Hey, busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and I brought you here today because we have another collaboration for you. That's right, it's the Shadowing Some Halloween Fun hosted by Kate, and our guest host is Wicked Wreaths. The links to their channels will be in the description box below as well as the playlist, so be sure to go on over there and give everybody some love. So on to project number 1. Yes, guys, I know I said that yesterday when I made that video that it would be my last Halloween video. I got my days mixed up, guys. I did. I had one more Halloween video, which this will be the last Halloween video for the season. And we'll be moving on to some fall. And so what we did is this collaboration is to make decorations for your favorite Halloween movie. Mine is Hocus Pocus. I mean, it could change each year, but I don't know. There's just something about Hocus Pocus. I've been watching it since, the cows came home. And so that's what, the movie that I chose. So, of course, we did Booook. And what I did is I went to the Dollar Tree. I found that little, Cricut box, I guess it is. It's made out of cardboard. And I just go ahead and with hot glue, I map out the scars and everything like that with, the book. So while that is sitting there curing and drying or whatever, I took some Crayola. Yeah, I just totally went blank. Yeah, that's what I did. Because it's really late and I didn't get all the projects that I wanted done, but hey, we're working on it. So that is the Crayola air dry clay. And so what I did is I rolled it out, and I wanted it to be very thin because I didn't want to, take forever for it to dry because I needed to get this stuff out. Everything was made the day before this video was supposed to come out. So, guys, I'm all crafted out. Yeah, I've been crafting all day just to get this video out. Yep, and I didn't even get to do all of it, but it is what it is. At least I got a video out. So that's a positive that I'm going to focus on. So after I got it out really, really thin, I just go ahead and take my Cricut scraper tool and I just go around, the edge. This did not get glued down. It's doing pretty good. So what I do is I thought I was like, oh, I could take a little paintbrush. No, I just use my finger and I just, started molding the clay around the hot glue and getting all the air bubbles out. And this one, I'm showing a lot more of this project because this project took most of my time. Yeah, not gonna lie, it did. Most of the projects, except for the last one, they took a lot of time and patience. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue pushing it down, making sure all the air bubbles and the creases and everything are out. And then there's that right there. So then what I went and did is the book has like 2 pieces of skin put together, and it's sewed together. And so I'm just making the little crease in the middle. And then I just go get that plastic stuff that you use for lanyard. Well, I remember, oh my goodness, I forgot that one scar that attached the eye area to that part. And so I just go ahead and make it out of clay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm just going ahead and smoothing it out. So luckily I found it, but yeah. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the little indentions in where the 2 pieces of skin or whatever are flapped together. And then, get sewn up. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So I, had to let it dry. And of course, here's where I am. I took a bossing tool and I just go ahead and stitches, that's what it's called. And I just make the stitch marks. The book itself does not have the stitch marks on it, but we go ahead and take care of that. I'm just mapping out where I want the lanyard. It's that plastic stuff that the kids make little lanyards out of keychains and stuff, or keychains out of, yeah. So I just go ahead and use that. And I'm sorry, I'm extremely tired and I'm all crafted out. Yeah, So, sorry about this voiceover. It's probably not going to be the best. But, so yeah, I just go ahead and do that. And then there's that stuff. And I just take little pieces just like that. Well, that was a little bit too small. And then that one was a little bit too small too. So then I just decided, just measure it out, silly. Like, come on, genius. It doesn't take, rocket science to figure this out. And I go ahead and just press it into the clay. Now the clay, I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing because that would be atrocious. I just, give you a couple stitches, the first two ones. And then I do everything off camera. Cried a little bit, but I'm good. I'm kidding. I didn't cry. This was actually fun. And so here it is all done. And so the clay was drying really fast. So I just went and took some water and I just smoothed it all out. Now the great thing is when I was messing with it, it was leaving indentions, making it look like, it gave it a lot of texture. So I got those roses from the Dollar Tree that had the little eyeballs in them. And I just, tore out one of the flower's eyes. That's what I did. And yeah, now the book has it. So the flower is missing an eye and the book has one eye. So then I just go ahead and take a little bit of more clay and I build up the eye area. And here we go. I also am smoothing it out because it's not, around the areas were smoothed out. Like you didn't see the stitch marks. It was just, that's how it is. And so throughout the whole area, I was pressing my thumb into the other part of the clay just to give it more texture, to give it more waves. And this book turned out amazing. So now what I'm going ahead and doing is I am not gluing. I covered the eye because I didn't want the blue eye to be brown. I have brown eyes, So let's keep the blue eye brown and I'll keep my brown eyes. So now I'm just going ahead and taking a little sponge dabber and I am just, pouncing around with the Nutmeg Brown by Apple Barrel. And doing that also gave it a little bit more texture too. So this book actually came out looking very close to the movie. And even when my husband came home, he was like, oh my goodness, that looks just like the book. And I was like, you think so? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, woohoo. This one took the longest time. And that's why I left a lot more in it because, oh my goodness, it took a long time. I had to wait for the clay to dry fully, and so I started another project, and then they were wet, and so then I had to. It was crazy. It was crazy, and so now I'm just taking the tape off, and then I would take a little tiny paintbrush, and I paint around the areas that the tape was messing with. Then I realized that I got some on the eye itself, and so I just go ahead and clean it off. And then I dry it, and then, yeah, here I am drying it. And then, I found those in my stash. And so they're like little, like aluminum, I guess. And so I just go ahead and put one at the top, one at the bottom, bend it over like it's locked because the book in the movie has locks on the side so you can't get in. And then there you go. So let me know what you think of this one. Like, look how the texture is. Like, I am very happy with the way this one turned out. It's tiny, and it's like a little candy box or a little Cricut box, but yeah, it turned out pretty cool. Hocus Pocus. Booook. I want to go ahead and take the moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. This channel wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for you guys. And so I really do appreciate you. And thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I can't say it enough. I can't. Okay, on to project number 2. So I got this idea from Whiskey and Wit. And so I will go ahead and link her down in the description box below as well. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I love it and I need to do it. So here's what I do. I go ahead and go to the Dollar Tree, of course, and I get the floral cones as well as the floral round foam balls or whatever. And I, glue them together. That one's head wanted to fall off. And I don't remember her head falling off in the movie. No, so it was just being annoying. So then I go ahead and I paint one in my ruby red chalk paint in Hello Hobby. and then I paint one in pop purple, and I ended up changing that color, and the color that I ended up painting it was Apple Barrel and New Shamrock, because that one was more like a avocado green. She's not avocado green, she's kind of bright, you know. And so I just take 2 beads and I glue them to the side of Winnie's head, and then I take some floral wire and then I glue it to the top of, I don't know the other two's name. Yeah. I'm drawing a complete blank right now. Okay, so here's a tip. Don't craft and don't do voiceovers when you're tired. It's not fun, and you tend to get really mad at the last project. I'm just saying. Or it's just me. But I think it's most people. So I go ahead and I just, you know, put... I'm just going to call her Sarah. Because that's her name. Sarah Michelle. No. That's Sarah Jessica Parker. That's one. I just put the yellow yarn on her. And then the black yarn on the red one. The red sister. And... with her, I get a little bit, because I was like, that looks really, like, that's going to look stupid. You know, how thin it is. The wire, because she was, you know, she had thicker hair. So what I did is I just go ahead and wrap aluminum foil around the wire and gave it a little bit more volume. And then I just go crazy on the black yarn. And it turned out cute. I was very happy with it. And so... thank you so much, Whiskey and Wit, for the inspiration and the idea of this. Because she did ones like just like it. And so yeah, I copied her. Because hers were amazing. And I was like, I want Sanderson sisters. And she made it look so easy. It's really not. She made it look easy. It's really not. That yarn? Yeah. Yeah, but this is, I did this one. This is the second project that I did. And I was still like, woohoo, I'm crafting. You know, and then it got really late. And I didn't get to do all of them. Which is, you know, terrible. But it is what it is. I try to do 5. Because last year when I didn't do 5, there's a lot of projects that I wanted to do that didn't get done. So far this year, there's only one project that I wanted to do and didn't get done. And it's in this video. So, I guess we'll have to wait till next year. But then I just go ahead and with the orange yarn, I just go ahead and wrap it around. So now they're all done, and now the cloaks. And Whiskey and Wit did use velvet. I was going to use satin, because I found satin and it was really pretty. But then I found the velvet, and the velvet was cheaper. And it was 30% off. So instead of $12.99... I decided to pay the $10.99 with 30% off and got all the velvet cheaper. And yeah, I bought a yard of each. Don't know what I'm going to do with purple velvet, but we will find something. I already know what I'm going to do with the red velvet, so that one's cool. And green velvet is possibly cool too. So then there they all are. Aren't they so cute? Like, I like the way they turned out, you know. And... the ball was the face paint. I painted them in Ballet slipper, and those kind of balls were just like sucking in the paint. But I was gonna be like, well, I'll just have to go over there and do it. But I kind of like the way they look like that anyways. So go ahead and follow me on all my social medias. The descriptions to them will be in the links to them will be in the description box below. Okay, on to project number 3. Now, this is another one that was, you know, it would take a longer. So what I'm doing is I'm just using mop heads, and I didn't even use all the mop head, actually, and a plunger, and I'm making a broom. So, yeah. Yeah, so... in my challenge coming up next month for the Just Our Imagination challenge, I have to use mop heads. But we're into Christmas, so you really can't, you know, here's your Christmas broom. A lot of women, if you give a broom like that, if you give a broom to Christmas, they won't be very happy with you. So, yeah, no Christmas broom. We're just sticking with the Halloween theme with the broom. And the Hocus Pocus witch theme as well. I just have to come up with something else for... it next month. I think I got something, but then I just go ahead and paint all, or I just go ahead and finish all that. Cut off the ends to make it more look like a broom instead of a mop, and it did. And then I just go ahead and, you know, in the macrame cord in brown, I just wrap around the top of it, and then decide to paint the broom part in nutmeg brown in my apple barrel, because it looks more like a broom when it's brown. And yeah, so then I go ahead and I stain the handle in my Hello Hobby antique wax. And then I go ahead and stain I don't know if I show it. No, I stain that same as well as with the Hello Hobby antique wax. And then I just go ahead and print off, it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus on my Cricut. Well, cut off. Cut, print. They're not the same. Anyways, so yeah, I just go ahead and do that. And the wax was not fully dried, so I was having a little bit of issues with the printer, or with the pulling off the sticker. I found out that I was using the wrong setting in Cricut for the vinyl, and that's why every vinyl that I was using was annoying the living daylights out of me, and I was ready to take that Cricut and then just toss it out the window. But I really do love my Cricut, and it comes handy dandy, like it's amazing Cricut. But yeah, that was my error, like not Cricut's error, and I was going to punish Cricut. So yeah, I learned the right setting. You know, not everything's premium, which I haven't ever even heard of a premium. Like, what is premium? Anyways, so there is the end product. Not a very good job on the paint, but brooms aren't, brooms are not perfect. They're really not. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one. I think it turned out a little bit cute. Just a little bit. I think I put the sign up too high. I think the sign is too big for it. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, so now on to project number 4, and this is the last project, and this is the one that really made me mad. It was supposed to be the easiest, but then it turned out to be the hardest, and I think it was because I was tired, and I not feeling really well right now, and yeah. So I was going to take this candle and paint the flame black. I'm kidding, I was going to do more. Yeah, and then I regretted doing more, and then just wished that I would have just kept the flame black. And then be like, ta-da! Isn't that amazing? Like, I'm so talented. I painted it, the flame black and left everything else alone. Now, the sticker that I'm putting on this. So this candle, even though it's electric, or not electric, but battery operated, it actually has wax on the outside of it. So I guess to make you feel like you have a candle. Like, I don't know, just leave it plastic, guys. I know you're fancy, you put wax on the outside, so now you get to charge $1.25. Okay, that's great, but it really ruined, this one. Like, even though the other ones were harder and a little bit more, they took up a little bit more time, and this one was supposed to be an easy peasy lemon squeezy one. It turned out to not be that way. This one was the hardest one, and it was supposed to be the easiest one. Sheesh. So I just go ahead and, cut out on my Cricut. It was the Sanderson Sisters Candle Company. It was supposed to say Black Flame Candle on the bottom of it, but the letters were all like, yeah, it was like alphabet soup down there. They all just jumbled together. It was crazy. So I was just like, okay, let's try to do this. And so I fought with it for the longest time. But there it is. There's the end product. It did not take this short of time to do this project. It was a lot longer, but I wasn't going to make you guys sit through it. And if the black flame candle was on the bottom like it was supposed to be and not turned into alphabet soup like it did, then it would have been a lot cuter, and that little cauldron thing would not have been as, lonely and sad looking. So anyway, so here's the final reveal of all 4 projects together. There is the broom with the giant sign on it. I really should have got a little smaller sign. And then there's the Sanderson Sisters, as well as Booook, and the Black Flame Candle. So let me know what you guys think about this. Which one's your favorite? Because I think mine's the Sanderson Sisters and the Booook. Yeah. Those are my 2 favorite. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. So go ahead and please subscribe. A lot of you guys watch the channel, but you haven't subscribed to it. Come on, guys, what you waiting for? it's a fun channel. It really is. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Again, I want to say thank you to So Kate as well as Wicked Wreaths for having me on this playlist. I appreciate you guys for hosting. And I will... Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say. But thank you, So Kate, and thank you, Wicked Wreaths. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And until the next time, which this will be my last Halloween one, I promise you there is no more Halloween coming out. I do have a fall one coming out next Friday. And hopefully to get something else in there soon. So God bless you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.